Hey everybody, it's Pete. Good morning. Today is Thursday morning, October 8th, 2020. Welcome to a new episode of today's best stock picks. And we got quite a few swing trades that we're looking at today. The market actually bounced back pretty nicely over the last 2 days from the news last week about the president and COVID. And it's looking okay right now. Not awesome, still kind of treading water a little bit, which means that we are managing positions a little bit differently than we might have about a week and a half ago. But very interesting that we keep floating higher right now. Not many sellers in sight, and it seems like the market is starting to get a little bit of clarity, which that's really the biggest thing that the market wants. The market wants to know there isn't indecision. I'm trying not to use double negatives, but it's easier to feel confident in the market when there's no surprises. And we get that asked, quite a bit. And obviously last Friday morning was a massive surprise. The opposite of that is when the market feels good and people start stepping up to the plate and getting involved again. And we're kind of seeing that right now. So we're going to take a look at a list of probably about 13 stocks that we're going to review today, and from different sectors. The one thing I want to point out, though, is a lot of the big stocks, the major stocks, the ones that are popular, especially among active traders, are not really that obvious right now. Apple, Tesla, Facebook, Microsoft, all of those guys are less than perfect, which means that we've had to really dig into our toolbox and really work on our stock picking skills right now to find some good trading ideas. Hopefully, you've been taking advantage of some of the solar stocks that we've been calling out for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Yesterday, we had a really nice trade and picked in FSLY, but probably the biggest trade of the last 4 weeks, maybe 2 weeks, has been JKS and the other solar stocks prior to that, which is RUN and VSLR. Now we're seeing some other stocks pick up the slack where that sector is just the right sector. Industry is the right one to be in right now. It's a little bit too hot right now, no pun intended, where the probability of follow through, the probability of earning money on those stocks is dramatically decreased over the next 3 to 5 days because quite a few of them have extended. And I'm specifically talking about JKS there, where yesterday we had parabolic move, increased volume, and we've been telling everybody, don't get out, keep moving your trailing stop higher and higher and higher. And quite a few people in the community got paid in a really nice way yesterday. I got some really nice private messages. We're going to take a look at the charts today. Be very diligent today. And between now and the election, as we start to move closer and closer, you'll start to feel the market and the market internals start to get on the same page. And as long as they're on the same page, you can get in there with conviction. The only thing you need to be careful of is not chasing price action. And we'll take a look at what that means in JKS, just in case you haven't been watching it. Today, you're definitely chasing it. We had parabolic move, increase in volume. We're typically calling that exhaustion, where we'd be looking for a pullback. What's going to be interesting is RUN has been consolidating for a few days now, and whether or not the money's going to shift from JKS back into RUN. So RUN will also be in the list today. So we're going to actually head straight over and take a look at those right out of the gate. So I want to start out with the futures. The where are they? Up about 17 S&P futures. So still kind of drifting higher, still kind of moving higher. Now we're past the news from last Friday, and we're actually in better territory right now. What I want to talk about in JKS is the parabolic move with the increase in volume yesterday. As you're trailing it up, trailing it up, trailing it up. Yesterday was probably the day to take profits. Today's higher opening will probably be a blow off top where profit taking will come in. And if you look at the stock, I mean, just September 21st, the stock was $22. It's more than doubled in just about 2 weeks. Amazing. If you're a swing trader, this is a gift from the heavens. Move it up, move it up, move it up, and get greedy at this point. Now, we've been moving it up and allocating less and less capital as it keeps moving higher and not trailing it in a way to get stopped out. But yesterday, in my opinion, we're going to start to see some profit taking in the stock starting today. So I think yesterday was the blow off top for the short term. In other stocks in that sector, RUN, you can see now where the money was going into RUN, and we were having like this really nice bullish move from 44 to 80, consolidating now for 5 days with melted candles, closing on the low yesterday. It's going to be interesting to see if the money shifts from JKS to RUN or ENPH. What we're going to start talking about here today, though, is REGN. Big news, depending on how you interpret the news, but you can see the news just came out. Request FDA emergency use authorization for what was used for the president. What does that mean? That means the stock's going to be in play today. Now, this very similar to a lot of the other COVID stocks that we've been watching, mRNA, NVAX, and a few of the others, Abbott. I'm not personally swing trading them because the news can be extreme one side or the other. And to me, that's kind of a guess. However, from a day trading perspective in those stocks, there has been some good volatility. There has been some good price action. And as long as you're at your screen and actively trading those stocks, you should take advantage or should be able to take advantage if you have a strategy to be on top of those positions. So watch REGN and the other COVID stocks for a spike today. DraftKings is another one that pulled back yesterday. And actually, so today, strong stock pulled back, gap lower. The pullback would have been enough, but the gap lower actually now gives us a really good opportunity to set up a new swing trade today off of yesterday's melted candle, looking for new all-time highs. FSL, actually, I'm talking about ALXN. We'll get to FSLY in a second. ALXN, again, sticking with the sector of stocks that could be affected. You can see a really nice multi-month, multi-year breakout. Next level looks like it's another $10 to $12 away. LAC is one that's been talked about in the community quite a bit. We're looking for now, after 2 days of consolidating, we're looking to initiate a swing trade long in this stock again. I really like it, but here's the thing that I want to get across. Most of the extreme bullish price action happened just here in about 5 days. So I'm still not looking to be in size on my initial entry because a lot of these stocks that were $4 or $5 that exploded up and then pulled back, quite a few of them have pulled back all the way back and kind of caught traders who didn't realize that it was just a few days of buying and not a lot of smart money commitment to that yet. We want to see a little bit longer term and proof feedback from the market before we start to add. So I like this, but I'm not full share size. I want to add as it moves in your favor. BE is another one that actually had a really nice pop. We've been waiting for it to get through 18. Now it's well bid through 18. Problem now is that it's a little bit extended. So I'm looking for a pause here before I get involved again. So if we can get a pullback or even a sideways price action for a couple of days, that would really set up a nice trade following through. Etsy is another one, ETSY, that punched through to new highs as well. And again, this one's not extended because we actually paused here. So I actually still like this for follow through, but it needs to meet your minimum criteria. If you initiate the swing trade long, you need to know your stop loss, which is probably around 136 on this stock if it's a new trade today. You also need to stay above the breakout, which is 136. So you have a pretty solid level. So the fact that it's already extended and $7 pretty much past the breakout point, actually more than that now, $9. You have to work the order because you're getting involved in the swing trade a little bit late. So you go in with smaller share size. If it pulls back against you, no big deal because you have the right share size on the initial entry. If it bounces and continues to go into your favor, then you have to have parameters of what you would add at that point. NVTA. Also having a nice little pop here, looking to initiate a new trade. We've been watching this stock now for a couple of weeks, been calling it out. Yesterday was finally what you might call a payday. I don't like the fact that we had a melted candle, but it is opening up near yesterday's high again. Netflix, one of the few popular stocks that we've been watching, finally broke out of this 5-day consolidation, finally popped through the 530 level. Next level we're looking at is 560, CTSH as well. Another nice, clean, well-bid candlestick. If you watch today's video about candlesticks and strategy, it's not a perfect well-bid setup, but it is a pretty good one. Costco, sniffing all-time highs. How do you not like that one? And it actually looks like it's going to open flat. But again, not perfect well-bid, but it is well-bid. UNH as well, sitting comfortably at this 322, 324 level. I like it if it goes well-bid through this level. So I need for today to finish, then look for a new trade through that level tomorrow. And last but not least, let's talk about the trade of the day yesterday, which was FSLY. Again, if you have the right setups, which without getting into too much detail, that right there is the favorite setup that we use in the community, both as day trading and swing trading. Yesterday was a monster payday in FSLY where you would have scaled out, got out, tightened up your trailing stops. Doesn't make a difference. The morning was awesome, got great follow through in the afternoon. And if you're a swing trader in the community, yesterday was a nice payday for you as well. So between JKS and FSLY, worth the time in the community for the entire year just in 2 trades. So keep watching these videos. If you want to take it a step further, definitely get into the community. We have an amazing group of people in the community, and these are the setups for today. So again, as the market starts to get a little bit more clarity, it becomes easier to have conviction. So if you're paying attention to the news, not necessarily trying to interpret it, but watch how the market is interpreting it. Smart money knows what they're doing. That's why they're the smart money. They're the ones that push the market around. And if you can start to see that we're going up slowly, going up slowly, going up slowly without any pullbacks, you can start to feel a little more comfortable to start adding to positions. But what I would not be doing right now, what I'm not doing is I'm not going in full share size yet, because the market, although the market's going higher, the market internals are not necessarily saying, yeah, let's go. So you can start to add positions as they move in your favor, but make sure that as it moves in your favor, you're adding less shares than your initial purchase. That's the right way to pyramid into a winning trade. So if you have any questions, definitely leave me a comment below the video. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you find these helpful. And if you want to take it a step further, get into the boot camp. I'd love to see you on the other side. Have a great day.